Be Joyful Church. I hope you're doing well. We are carrying on in our study of 1 Peter, and we're in chapter 3 and verse 4, 5, and 6. And this is a passage that probably be easier for me to skip over being a guy, but I'll just bring to you what I can out of it. And this is a place where Peter's talking to women who likely have become Christians after marriage. And so there's this tension around church and how do they interact, how do they lead their husbands towards Jesus. And there's a question around that. He says, let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is in God's sight is very precious. For this is how holy women who hoped in God used to adorn themselves, by submitting to their husbands, as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. With women having less power in that community, in that society that day, he's saying, here's how you can have the greatest impact. And it's not through decoration and trying to do something more external, but it's through the internal aspects of the heart, especially humility. The greatest impact could be made through humble Christ-like character. And he connects this Christian humility in marriage to Sarah, Abraham's wife, from generations before. So he's speaking to women who understood the Jewish tradition at this point. And honestly, using Sarah as an example to me is a little interesting because I don't read the text about her and see humility. That would never have jumped out at me. But she is the first and most important Jewish matriarchal archetype. And so he's pointing to her. If a person could be like her, then she was, that would be successful. So he says that Sarah calls Abraham Lord. And the moment in history where that happens is after they find out that they're going to be pregnant. They're really old, and all of this stuff in life has happened, and she calls him Lord. And now the interesting thing there too is that wasn't an uncommon thing to call your husband if you were married. So I'm not really sure that that would have been convincing if we are reading it, because we don't understand the context entirely. But it's likely that he's saying if Sarah could do this with Abraham in the midst of the situation they were in, then you can do it. So we're sort of like, if you can follow in her footsteps, you have achieved something, because it was significant that she did that. She did it to honor her husband. So again, I think the message seems to be more about Christ-like humility in general in the relationship of marriage, and how powerful of an expression of love that is, and how it draws the spouse who is unbelieving towards Jesus. So think about it and look at it yourself, and we'll get back together again. All right. Bye-bye.